tough, hard-fought game, division game. Thought both teams play hard. Left a couple plays out there. So get ready to go play Philly, get the tie, and move on.
What do you make of the tie?
We punted it. We punted it there. I think we're on a 43. Try to back them up like we did. And when Dex got that sack, we had 2 timeouts. Trying to get another possession there. If you go for it, it's, there was conversation to go for it versus not go for it. We had the 2 timeouts. You go for it and miss it. There's short field. They go get a win against a division team. So, that's what we decided to do.
I'm just talking more generally, what do you think of finishing a game in a tie? It's like an awkward situation. Are you happy with that you finished in a tie?
No, you always like to win the game. But, there's some things we can do better, and that's what we'll try to do.
Brian, down the stretch of the first half.
Yeah.
You guys had 3rd and 1 on the 11.
Yeah.
You want to take a shot in the end zone?
Was it a first down or not? We called the play. We thought that might hit it. Obviously didn't get it and ended up with 3 points. Obviously we want 7, but, I thought Kafka handled that drive going down the field good.
So you weren't looking for take your 3rd and 1?
We had one, but we threw an underneath play because they took it away with the coverage that we got. We had Saquon down the sideline on a wheel route, another 7 route, but, Daniel made a good decision on it.
Coach, how do you feel like the emotion of the room is like in there? Kind of to Jordan's question a little bit. Are guys pissed that you tied? I mean, what's the emotion? What do you think the emotion should be in there amongst them?
Just get ready to work. The guys competed their tails off. Ended up tying rather than winning. But everybody's ready to go. Get ready to go next week.
Coach, on a 3rd and 2 play in overtime.
Yeah.
Richie James and Saquon.
Yeah. No, they were fine. There was a miscommunication there. So that put us at 4th and 3. But play that we need to do better at.
What was the explanation on the Feliciano unsportsmanlike?
He was flexing. He was going up to Slayton, and saying, hey, good job, strong run. But it was close. It was in all those players. So, again, how the guy looks at it, interprets it, I don't think he can hear what John's saying to Slayton. So they ended up calling it, which was obviously – we shouldn't even be in that situation. We get the ball there. It's going to be a first down. We're at 35, probably make it a 2-score game. Those are things we can't even make it close.
At the end of the first, though, the 3rd and 1
Yeah.
run call.
Yeah.
Why not throw to the end zone on that one?
Yeah, no. He called one that we thought was going to hit. We could have done that, Pat, but we didn't.
Can you overrule that?
Yeah, I can overrule it. Every decision that's made, you can put on me.
What is?
No, every decision, I thought it was fine. I think he had a good feel for what he was doing. But every decision that is made, regardless of what it is on me.
Would you do that differently, though? Because,
What's that?
Would you have done that differently, thinking back on it? Because you don't give yourself an opportunity if the run doesn't work. If you pass and it doesn't work, obviously you still give yourself an opportunity there.
Yeah, no, I understand the question. Look, we ended up getting 3 points and went into halftime.
You had a long stretch from the end of the 3rd quarter almost to the end of regulation where it was all 3 and outs or 4 and outs. What was going on with the offense during that stretch?
They were executing better than we were. They had better play calls than we had.
Who you see Azeez and Daniel coming back from the injury? Do you think they're 100%?
Azeez and Evan?
No, Daniel Bellinger.
Bellinger.
Well,
yeah.
three of them. How do you see them? That 100%, or you think they can take a little bit more?
Yeah, I think we go back and watch the tape, and I thought those guys competed, though.
What was your target for Graham there? Obviously, at some point, you got to kick it.
On the last play?
Yeah.
It was probably a little bit closer than that, but it was 5 seconds left. We knew the clock would run out. We had it was a 58-yarder. We tried to get a little bit closer on the play before, but that would have been a tough kick.
Back to the 4th and 3, you made that statement in the first game. You went for 2, so aggressive and rallied around.
Yeah. Well, I think it's later in the season, Dan, and I think you have those conversations leading up to games. a wide variety of things that, could happen, could not happen. To punt it and put them down there, I thought our defense had a chance to keep them down there, and maybe we get the ball back with, call it 35 seconds, somewhere around there, somewhere around midfield, and give ourselves another chance rather than if you don't get it, and then they kick a field goal they only have, and they were going with the wind. So that's a decision that I made.
When you're doing that in your head, are you playing the game as much so as, well, if this backfires, worst case, we might be looking at a tie compared to if you go for it and you don't get it, worst case, they could be kicking. Yeah,
I think those conversations are all happening. It's not just in my head. I'm talking with a couple guys, and we're going through some things. Would have been different if it was 4th and 1 versus 4th and 3 potentially. So I think those things come into play. But again, at 4th and 3 there, after the play we just had before that, and with 2 timeouts, thought that was the best thing to do.
All right, how much of that calculation is how your offense was playing at the time of 4th and 3?
Well, I'd say some of it is from the play before too. So you don't execute. We're 4th and 3 instead of 4th and 1. I just thought, look, the decision that we made, I'm good with. I felt comfortable with. We went down. We almost ended up getting the ball out of them. Had a chance at the end. Could have had it a little bit closer, but that's the decision based on where we were at on the field and the time of the game and the situation that we're in that we felt was best.
If you trusted your defense to get that stop by pinning them back, why not trust them to get a stop in the event?
They only need, it's a little bit different yards there, Pat. It's
game, right?
I got you, but you're calling 15, 20 yards versus a long way to go. That's why we made the decision we made.
How did you feel about the sack by Ojulari at that time? Do you think it changed the trajectory of the game at that time?
The one we got the ball out? Yeah. No, I thought Azeez did some good things, on his limited snap count.
What about the pass rush today? Was this as good as it's been all year?
Yeah, I thought they played well. They rolled guys in. We rolled guys in. Got some pressure on those guys. I thought they played well. I thought, there's a few things there, here and there. We could have done a little bit better job. Everything starts with me, and that's what we'll do. Get back to work.
On the deep ball with Daniel and Slayton couldn't connect.
What I see? So we had a chance to make it, and we didn't make it.
Throws, you got it. What was your take on the play?
I saw him jump. It hit his hands. He was coming down and bounced out of his, it's a football play. Bounced out of his hands. I thought we had a levels play there called, and coverage kind of broke, and we had a chance on it. We just didn't connect on it.
You had back-to-back deep balls, the one Slayton.
Yeah, that was a levels play, and it popped open, and the next one we went to the boundary side and, try to give Slay another chance there.
I know you have to look at film, but what was your take on Gilbert, his first NFL action?
I thought he did some good things. We'll evaluate the tape, but I thought he came in, competed, and played a pretty good game.
What happened with Darnay?
He had a shoulder.
So his decision to play was injury related?
It was.
Be active.
It was.
In your estimation, what do you make of it? What does a tie do for your playoff chances at this point?
We'll figure it out. There's a long way to go. It's better than if it was a loss. Not as good if it was a win.
Like a couple more.
What do you think of how Saquon ran, especially early?
Thought he ran good. Yeah. Hit some draws. There was a couple plays where weren't blocked as good as we needed them to be blocked, and a couple people in the backfield. Very confident in Saquon.
How do you feel about a guy running out of bounds on plays where he might be able to stay in and lower his shoulder and get
I'd have to look at the tape. What play are you talking about?
There were a couple in the first half.
Like which ones?
There was one to your sideline where he kind of turned his shoulder back and backed out of bounds, kind of.
Yeah, I'd have to look at the tape, Pat. I think Saquon's a tough guy. I think if he has decisions to make, he usually makes the right decisions with the ball in his hand based on the angles and what the defense is doing. I just remember the last one we threw it out to the flat, and it was different. It was kind of a different angle of the defender, but I have a lot of confidence in Saquon.
Brian, overall, your thoughts on Daniel's game today? Didn't throw a completion to the very end.
Yeah, I thought he played. I thought he played a pretty good game.
Daniel, what's your reaction to the tie? Obviously, you want to walk away with the win vote. What's the atmosphere like in the locker room? How are you feeling with the tie?
I think we're all pretty disappointed with the result. Certainly not one we were looking for. So we'll go back to work and clean up a lot of things. But yeah, I think it's safe to say we're disappointed, but looking forward to getting back to work and working on the things we got to improve on.
You're 4th and 3 in overtime. Did you feel like you wanted to have the ball in that chance, offensively, 4th and 3 in overtime?
Yeah, I mean, I think those situations, our coaches and he's got a group of people who study those situations and make the best decision for us in the game situation. So I understand that, and we had a chance, got the ball back, had a chance to go down and kick it. So, yeah, I understand.
You mentioned you're disappointed in the result. How much do you almost view it as a loss? I mean, that's what it kind of sounds like when I'm listening to you talk about it.
Well, it's not a loss. It's not a win either. So I think you understand that part of it. But I think just disappointed that we could have played better, could have taken advantage of some situations and won the game. So that's the disappointing part. But it's not a loss. I think we understand that. But we'll look to improve going forward.
And what was the feeling today on the legacy game with the fans? Can you describe it?
Yeah, it was a great atmosphere in there. We felt the fan support and energy throughout the game, especially down the stretch there in the fourth quarter. So we appreciate that, and hats off to them for the energy and juice they brought all game.
Deep past the site, and I guess that was the end of regulation. You guys had an opportunity there. What kind of happened there? What did you see from that play?
You talking about the one on the right side or the?
Down the center of the field. I think it was on first down when you got the ball back late in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they let him go. I saw him. I tried to get it to him there. Yeah, tough play, but yeah, I thought we had a chance to make it.
Can you take us through the emotions of the game from being down 10 early, taking the lead late, and then all the back and forth in overtime?
Yeah, I mean, we got kind of dug a hole for ourselves to start the game, going down 10, so that was tough. And I thought we, finished the first half strong, clawing back and tying it up, and then started the second half well, but didn't do enough down the stretch. We had plenty of opportunities and didn't convert on them. So yeah, disappointing down the stretch for sure.
What happened on the third down play just before the fourth down? Looks like there was miscommunication in the backfield.
Yeah, miscommunication. I gotta get us in the right situation, get us in the right play, and yeah, that's on me there.
What kind of happened there? So look like you were kind of trying to tell Richie something right before the play.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, I got to do a better job communicating that and making sure we're in the right play, in the right situation, and execute in those critical situations. So, yeah, I gotta be better there.
Where do you think the running game is at this point? Coming off 2 tough games, but maybe a little bit of an improvement today. But what did you see from the running game?
I thought we ran it well for the most part. I thought the guys up front did well against a good front, and we were able to move the line of scrimmage and create some plays in the run game. So, like each aspect of our offense, we'll go back and study it and see what we can work on. But I thought the guys up front played well.
How much pressure did you have going into overtime?
I mean, it's an important game. I think we all felt that, all understood what was at stake. But I think you focus on what you got to do. You focus on executing, and we all felt prepared for the situation.
What does a tie mean for your playoff hopes? I mean, how do you view that?
I don't know. I haven't really thought about that or looked at how that's going to affect us. But we're taking it 1 week at a time, and we got to clean up this film and look to improve, and then get ready to play our best ball next week. So that's what we're focused on.
Can you talk about the sack right there, start of the second half, what you saw, how you felt like it changed the game?
Yeah, I had a one-on-one matchup. They put me on the tight end. I beat him. Just won my one-on-one. Got to the quarterback, and when I get to the quarterback, I always try to get the ball out because you never know what can happen. It can change. I go for the ball, I reach for it. It came out. Thought it out. Ox had it, but he missed it, so I just fell on it again. Just kept hunting for the ball.
He actually gets a fumble recovery, and he gets a fumble. So you should give him a hard time that he
for sure.
got the fumble.
For sure.
Overall, does it feel like a win? Does it feel like a loss? Does it feel like something in between? Like that had the vibe of a losing locker room. It was very quiet, but you didn't lose.
It's the tie. Like I never tied before, so it was like a tie. Like damn, we were this close. Like try to get the win, but it's all good. We try to move on to next week now because we see them again in the following week. So just move on next week and try to focus on Philly.
Does that put more pressure on you because now the Commanders are going to be in a bye? You guys face the Eagles, then you're down in Washington taking on the Commanders, and the winner will take the tiebreaker. So how do you guys prepare for that when you know they're going to be preparing for you the whole time?
Yeah, I said we just got to go take it 1 week at a time, one game at a time, focus on the game that we're playing that week, and then we'll go from there because when we start thinking like this, we got them next week, it's going to mess us up.
So after Thibodeau gets that sack in overtime and they're like at the 2-yard line, they basically start playing for a tie and running the ball. Did you expect that? Were you like, in part of the moment, were you like, wait, why are they running in the ball? Or were you guys expecting them to play for a tie there?
Yeah, we was expecting it. Yeah, we was expecting that at the end. Try to get out of there.
After your sack, there were a bunch of other times you were still in you were in the quarterback's face. Did the sack kind of get you going?
Yeah, it did. Definitely. It got me going for sure. Just filled my fire and just got me on the roll after that.
One of those was a 4th and 4. You were in Heineke's face, and he kind of slung it. It was on the 90-yard touchdown drive. What did you see in that play? I mean, did you feel like you were this close and turn around?
Yeah, I was that close, man. I was trying to change it up, go inside, spin back outside. Heineke made a good throw, and, they got the ball.
Your cap at that point?
Give him all respect to him.
Azeez, sorry, somebody asked this. I'm a little late, but did you expect to play as much as you did today?
I was on the pitch count for sure, but when the team needed me, my body felt good to be able to go, however many plays it was. Yeah, yes, sir.
How much were you dying to get back out there? I mean,
man, I've been dying. It's been eight weeks. Man, I've been dying to get back out there. Just watching them on the side, it was it's tough. But, when I got my opportunity, took advantage of everything, and thank God I'm back and blessed to be back.
Did you have to argue with the coaches to give you more plays?
Nah, my body was feeling good, so they said if I'm feeling good, I'll be able to go. They'll let me go.
How did you feel after that sack recovery?
I was hyped. I was so hyped because it's been so long since I've been back on the field, so that just gave me so much juice, and I was lit.
Why do you think you're able to finish sack? A lot of guys get quarterback hits, a lot of guys get pressures. Why are you able to finish? I mean, think that's 10 sacks in 20 games for you.
Man, I just feel like I just hunt, I just want to get there. The urgency for me to get there is high, and I just want to make an impact for the team, no matter what it is.
To that end, Wink believes in blitzing a lot, but today I think you guys had at least 4 sacks. You had 1, Tibbs had 1, Dexter had 1. Do you feel like you bring something extra to the defense where everyone starts getting after the quarterback? Yeah,
definitely. I feel like as a unit, we all feed off each other. We all get energy from each other and just try to amp it up every game, throughout practice, everything. We just get juice from each other. Just the rush gets high, the intensity is high.
Azeez, I told you you're going to have a sack.
Oh, yeah, I remember you saying for sure.
I just talked with Kayvon, and he thinks that you make each other better. You have sacked both today. Mm-hmm. What do you think is this connection on the field, each other?
Yeah, I love Kayvon, man. The way he comes to work every day, the energy he brings, we feed off each other. We work together out there on the field. So it's just like, it's perfect, man. He makes me better, I make him better. So it's perfect addition.
You meant after the 4th and 4 where Heineke completed the pass. What you guys were so good before that, after that, what happened on that drive, the rest of it, that they were able to get down the field and tie the game? Yeah,
man. They made a good play. The receiver, he made a great play over there. He got off, he broke a tackle and, ended up in the end zone. Yes. It was all hats off, respect to them. It was a good play. Yeah.
How do you feel about your defense coming off of this game right now? Do you feel like you're in a good place?
Yeah, definitely we have stuff to work on for sure. And we just take it week by week and go in tomorrow, try to watch the game again, see what we got to fix for the next week coming up.
Saquon, have you ever been part of a tie before at any level? What does that feel like? Is it more frustration, disappointment, or is it kind of just bland?
I mean, it sucks, obviously. You go out there and compete, you want to win, put your bodies on the line, and you come out with a tie. It doesn't feel good for either team. But hey, just got to treat it like a win or a loss. Got to go back in, watch film, get ready for the next opponent, and put them back and get better from it too.
You guys had the ball 3 times in overtime, twice got into Washington territory. How frustrating was it not to be able to get the winning points?
Frustrating. We didn't win the game. That's on us. We got to do a better job.
Saquon, what did you think of the offense's performance in the second?
Not good enough. We just didn't execute. We didn't execute. We had momentum coming in. We didn't execute on that. We didn't make the plays all around. That's just it.
Saquon, a third down play when it looked like there was big confusion in the backfield. What happened?
We just didn't execute on that play either.
Did everyone know what the play was? Was everyone sure what was going on?
Yeah, we just execute.
So the player ran into Richie Evans.
Yeah.
What did you think of the penalty?
I gotta go back and watch it. From what I saw, I thought he was celebrating his team.
Saquon, on 4th down, were you hoping that he would let you guys go for it and try to win the game instead of
I mean, as a competitor, you want to go out there and make those plays, but at the end of the day, Dave's going to make the decisions to put us in the best case to win a game. He was doing a really good job of that all year. We're not going to start questioning that.
Have you ever been involved in the tie?
No.
What did you feel like overall?
Don't feel good. It sucks.
How did you feel you played?
All around, like I said, we didn't do enough. I didn't do enough. I didn't make enough plays. That's why we came with a tie.
You said it feels like a loss. Was that kind of the message after the? What was the message after the game?
I wouldn't say that was the message. The message was get better. Come back, learn from this, and move on. But at the end of the day, just the feeling. Got a sour taste in your mouth after a tie. That's really what it is. That's why it feels like a loss. But like I said, go back, watch film, improve, get better from it.
What are your emotions like at this game from going down 10 early to going up late in the second half?
We responded. We were down 10 points. We responded. We got to put ourselves in a position to win a football game, and we're going to do it. It's NFL. Our game is going to have ups and downs. We can't waver, and we didn't do that. But when we needed the most, we didn't execute and make plays.
I feel like we made too many mistakes. Just got to play better overall.
How do you digest a tie, just in general?
You don't want to tie, especially a division game. Positive. We get to see them again. We got to focus on the Eagles. We didn't lose. Just got to keep going, keep playing.
How does it feel the win kind of slipped away because you guys had the lead late in the game?
I don't think we didn't make enough plays. We was in good positions. You got to finish around the ball. That's defense I'm talking about. You got to finish around the ball. They made some good catches. Good throw by 4. So, yeah.
Dex, did it kind of feel like after Kayvon's sack that they were playing for a tie? Like, they were going to start running the ball?
I don't know. I just wanted to try to get a safety at that point.
Well, I'm saying that's when they started running the ball and stuff. So.
No, I mean, I didn't really pay attention to that. Like I said, I just want to. You still get safety on the run play, so I was just trying to get a safety. We had him on the 2. He slipped out 1. Then we stopped him on the 3rd down. And, yeah.
How did you feel coming off the field? I mean, coming off the field for your first tie, how did you feel? Feel like?
I mean, like I said, you don't want to tie a division game. It's a big game around this time too for us. We didn't lose. That's a positive. We get to see them again. Like I said, you don't want to tie those games. You want to win those games.
You guys had really played well defensively up until that drive, and even after that 90-yard drive. And you had him. Azeez had him on that last one, but it got loose. Does it feel like a missed opportunity because of how close you were closing it down there?
Yeah, it was close, but I don't know, man. I'm really speechless on this tie. I don't know what a tie is, you know what I'm saying? That's just my mentality, so I want to win. So that's just my mentality, you know what I mean? We did what we had to do, and we just got to work on our mistakes and just keep going and worry about next week's game.
But it doesn't hurt as much as a loss, though.
As a team, it really don't hurt as much, but Jihad mentality, I'll treat it like we lost. But it's cool, though. We'll be back on it, you know what I mean? I'm not upset or anything, but that's how I'm treating it, you know what I mean? So.
I know you don't look very far ahead, but are you excited to get this team this week? Give them a shot?
Yeah, I can't wait for that one, so, you know what I mean? I'm speechless on that one, so I just can't wait.
What's the feeling like during a half, like the second, when you realize as a defense that it's on you guys?
Oh, you talking about the overtime and all that stuff?
No, just the fact that the offense wasn't doing anything in the second half, so it was like you guys had to get stops or else.
I mean, back the whole game, we really don't depend on the offense. Just keep fighting, do what we got to do. We just got to finish what we got to do, especially with the overtime stuff. I was just sitting back and, people we wasn't even tripping about if they was going to score. I mean, we need to score, but it's like, what the defense going to do once we get out there? Because we can't, like I said, we can't depend on the offense. You know what I'm saying? This is a team sport, so that's our mindset. What we got to do if they don't score, we got to go back in and we can't fold. So that was the type of mentality that I had.
How encouraging is the uptick in the pass rush? Ojulari comes back today. He obviously was in on a sack. You were in on a sack. You guys got to Heineke quite a few times.
Yeah, it was great, man. I'm back that Azeez is back, man, for real. You know what I mean? It's a great feeling to have him back. I know he'd be going through some difficulties with his calf, but you know what I mean? He real confident with it. He ain't show no type of emotion with it. He wasn't babying it, you know what I'm saying? But I'm happy that he's back. That's little bro right there, so I can't thank him enough.
You mentioned you're kind of treating this one like an L. Is one of the reasons for that, do you guys feel, or is there a sense that maybe this one slipped away because you had to?
No, I don't. I mean, from team-wise, I feel like, it is what it is. It's kind of weird, you know what I'm saying? Like, some people never really had no ties, so it's just like, But me, Jihad War, I'm treating it like it, you know what I mean? So that's my mentality. I want to win, so, you know what I mean? We just got to look forward on to the next, It is what it is, man. It's football. Like I said, it's November, December football. They ain't going to just let us win out here. You know what I mean? It's the part where any team that's not going to the playoffs, they're trying to do what they got to do to get their stat line and stuff. And winning teams, you can't let them slip, you know what I mean? Can't let nobody slip. So they're not going to just let us win, you know what I'm saying? So we got to do what we got to do. It's the part that separates from boys to men around December football. So it's about that time, you know what I mean?